This little ring right here will change the way you look at motorcycle luggage. Let me tell you why.
Alright, for those of you that don't know, this is the Givi Tanklock ring. And what the Givi Tanklock ring does is connect to the Givi Tanklock bags. We have one right here. This is my ST602. This is a 5-liter bag, and it's now locked on the bike. So, what do we do if we need more than 5 liters of storage? Well, we pull this little ring right here, this little lock right here, pull it off. We grab our Givi ST603 15-liter bag, and now it's on. All of these bags are interchangeable. They all depend on this little locking ring. You've got this locking ring, and you've got, what, probably 15 bags that Givi offers that you can use on this. So let's take a closer look at the ring itself. It just goes on with these 3 little bolts right here. It is bike specific. This is the one for Yamaha, obviously. So let's take a closer look at the bags. I can use any Givi Tanklock bag that they make on here. There's my 602. 5 liters of storage. So let's go in and we'll take a closer look at the bags.
Alright, let me start off by saying 2 things. One, the place I'm recording right now is my home office / studio / ham radio shack / camping gear storage, and it is an absolute mess right now. So, forgive that. But here are the 2 bags side by side. And you can see the size difference between them. Let me put them here. Ignore my aquarium that you hear in the background and all of my stuff all over. But you guys get the idea. Now the things that you'll notice, the similarities, obviously, they're both Tanklock, and they both have these covers right here. Okay. So the covers that say remove when mobile phone installed. This is exactly what they say, sorry. These have little pouches up here. I usually just stuff my garage door opener in there. It fits perfectly. This one is obviously a little larger than the one on the 602. The 602 is the smaller 5-liter bag. The 603 is the 15-liter bag. They both have Givi proprietary zippers, and they work great. Mostly. We'll get to that in 1 minute. But if you take these off, and they're just velcroed on, and again, I'm trying to do this one-handed, so I'll just flip it over like that, and I will take the cover off the 602 as well, just so you guys can see the top. Now keep in mind, I bought this one in September of 2016, and it has been used on the bike almost daily. You can see there's really no wear on it. This one is roughly a week old, and they look about the same. So whatever Givi uses on these, I don't remember the exact specs on them, but they are rugged, because that one has been through some miles and some torture, and it still looks like brand new. So what you see right here is the clear cover, and this is for your phone. So now that I was an idiot and closed this up, let me open it back now, one-handed, and I'll show you how this works. As you open it up, you see big spacious compartment. One thing you'll notice under here, these bags are this bag, the 603, is adjustable. Underneath, with these screws, you can move it forward or back for your preference on the tank. I move the ring all the way back so the bag sets a little more forward on the tank. And let's go ahead and flip this one open. This one does come with a little tray in it for organization. You can run it with or without it. This one does not have the adjustable ring. It's just too small of a bag. They both have the zippered mesh compartments up here. And what I keep in them is the included rain covers, which also have the clear window so you can see your phone if you're using it for navigation. It also has a strap so you can use it as a shoulder bag, throw it over your shoulder if you want. I've never used them that way. I just use the handle that's on them. Now, this right here is the window that you will slide your phone into. And this is an iPhone 7 Plus, so it is one of the bigger phones. Slide it in like that, and look. And of course I didn't hit it when I did that, but you can see the phone does fit in there. So let me see if I can reach under and maybe hit the power button on that. There we go. Oh, apparently Pokemon Go wants to tell me something. But you can see the size of the phone. It fits in there well. The window on the 602 is the same size. However, there is a problem. You will wrestle and wrestle and wrestle and wrestle and wrestle to try to get this size phone in there. And the reason for that is because this is very stiff material that the outside is made out of, and it's very close to here. So when you try to get this in, you don't have enough room to get it flat to get it in there. Similarities, obviously. This is basically the larger version of this bag, and you can see that with the storage. I mean, this is an iPhone 7 Plus laying in the bag, and here is an iPhone 7 Plus laying in the other bag. So, I mean, a lot more room in this one, obviously. All right, the 603 does expand with this zipper on the side. I actually had to push the camera down and do it two-handed. So let me unzip it all the way around and expand this out. Here is the bag expanded. You can see it's not a lot of expansion. I don't foresee myself using it unless I'm loaded really heavy on a trip. But what happens, Givi has reinforced this right here and has this for a zipper cover. Well, every time you go to unzip that around the zipper on the outside, it gets stuck right here where this stitching is. So I understand what they were doing, but I think the execution could have been a little better on it. So on to the rest of the bag. This is reflective. It's very bright when it's hit with a flash or headlights or anything else. There's the same reflectivity on the 602. Honestly, it's a toss-up as to which one I would use more, the 602 or the 603. It really depends on what I'm doing. There are two different bags for two different purposes. You can't go wrong with either one of them. Honestly, if you're somebody that travels a lot, I recommend getting both. That being said, let me tell you, these bags are not cheap. They are not cheap quality, and they are not cheap price. This bag right here, I bought September 4th of 2016 through Revzilla. I paid $112 for it. And that does not include the bike-specific locking ring, which for my Yamaha, I believe was $15 extra. So you're, right around that $130 mark, roughly. I think I had some Revzilla cash or something that I put toward it. It was just like $5 or something. So it was like $125 for the bag and the ring. This bag currently sells for between $140 and $150. That also does not include the locking ring, but the nice part about that is if you have the Givi locking ring, the Tanklock ring, either one of these bags will pop on, as will any of the Givi Tanklock bags. You basically buy the ring one time. It's like $15. I'm sure the prices vary by model depending on what bike it is and how in-depth the construction is or the design. But I paid $15 for the bag or for the ring, and I can lock any Givi Tanklock bag onto it. It's a one-time purchase as long as you have that motorcycle. That is one of the reasons I went with Givi. That and the quality of Givi. you can't really go wrong with it. I mean, they are built like tanks. You can go buy a $30 tank bag and you're going to have a $30 tank bag. You will find out why it only cost you $30 when it starts coming apart and the seams start ripping and the stitching is horrible and it's not as waterproof as they claim, and all of the fun stuff that you always discover at the least opportune moments, like when you're riding along and the magnets release, or the bag splits open when you're on the highway. That is another thing that I like about the Givi Tanklock system. I have a plastic tank, but even with a metal tank, no point of the bag comes in contact with the paint. It will not scratch the paint. It cannot. It makes no contact. That's a beautiful design. The 603, I was skeptical of when I ordered it. I was looking at that or the XS307, I believe, which is a different design, still uses the Tanklock ring. I was concerned about the size. The 603, if you're wondering, fits perfectly on a sport bike. The contours fit, everything's good. If you don't need that much storage, I highly recommend the 602. But either one of these you can't go wrong with. And like I say, it's nice because I can use an XS307, a 308, I forget what the other one is that they have, maybe a 310 or something. I don't remember all of their numbers, but any of the Givi Tanklock bags will lock onto the same ring. So, I mean, there's really not a lot to say. They're nice, quality interior. Everything is soft. This one's obviously filthy. Like I say, this has got 2 years worth of use on it. This one's brand new. And you look at them. This one, I haven't even ridden with it on the bike yet. But take a look at them and see. I mean, for that many miles that are on this one compared to this one that's brand new, I mean, other than the fact that they've both been in the garage and they're a little dusty, there's really no difference. I mean, it has worn well. I have no fear of that bike or that bag going, the lifetime of the bike, and it'll get used on the next bike, and it'll probably get used on the bike after that. So, yeah, I mean, there's really not a lot to say about it. I mean, they're bulletproof construction. Givi has a great warranty. I believe they're a 2-year warranty on them. So if you have any problems, they will take care of it. Some of the features that they do have, they both have this power port right here. And what this is designed to do, I don't use it, but it is designed to run 12-volt power in, and then Givi has a distribution block that I forget what they call it, but it has USB connectors on it, so you can keep your devices charged. The 602 and the 603 have it. I don't use them. I haven't had a need for it, but it may be something that I add in the future. So the rain covers fit on them well. I can pop those on and show those to you. But I mean, it basically just covers it and shows the window at the top. So let me pop those on. All right, I put the covers on. I didn't go through and align them perfectly. As you can see, they're a little off, but they are elastic covers. They hook right around the bottom. They work great. They're easy on and easy off. Yeah, they fit and work well. You can still see your phone through it. They're waterproof and they're good to go. So, I mean, my recommendation, if you're looking for something, shop around, because while they're not cheap, they are definitely more budget friendly and better priced than a lot of the competition. I mean, if you're looking for a bag, check out Givi. Give them a shot. They offer, obviously, the tank bags. They do some tail bags, saddle bags, things like that, I believe. I've just been focused on their tank bags. I really wish they would come out with a design for something that could replace my big tail bag. I love that bag, but I would really like to have something that Givi put together, because they're so well thought out. So, any questions or anything, shoot them in the comments below. Shoot me a like, subscribe, send a message. Let me know anything that I didn't cover. Let me know anything you want to know. Let me know your experience with Givi, So, that's it. You guys take care, and we'll see you on the road.